Imagine being 19 at the MTV Video Music Awards, not just attending, but nominated. Taylor Swift, a country artist breaking into pop, was living that dream on September 13, 2009. The energy at Radio City Music Hall was electric, filled with stars and anticipation. Taylor arrived in a sparkling gown, all smiles, but you know her nerves were real. She was up against icons like Beyoncé and Lady Gaga. Just being nominated was huge, but winning would mean everything. For Taylor, this was about more than an award. It was about proving her music belonged. Every step she took was for her fans, the underdogs, the dreamers. The show began, and Taylor took her seat, nominated for Best Female Video for You Belong With Me. The song resonated with anyone who ever felt like an outsider. Taylor hoped for a magical night. What happened next, no one could have predicted. The lights dimmed, the crowd buzzed, and Taylor waited, heart pounding. This was her moment to shine, or so she thought. The stakes were high, and the world was watching. For a young artist, every second was unforgettable. Taylor was ready for anything, or so she believed. But the night would take a turn no one saw coming. The winner for Best Female Video was about to be announced. Taylor's name was called. Her shock and joy were genuine. She hugged her mom, floated to the stage, and began her speech thanking her fans. For 20 seconds, it was perfect. Suddenly, Kanye West stormed the stage, took the mic, and interrupted. The crowd froze. Taylor stood stunned. Kanye declared, "Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'ma let you finish. But Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time." Beyoncé looked horrified. The audience booed. Kanye handed the mic back and walked off, leaving Taylor speechless. Her moment was shattered. Confusion and silence replaced celebration. The cameras cut away, but the damage was done. Taylor couldn't finish her speech. The world had just witnessed a young artist's triumph stolen in real time. The room's energy shifted instantly. Taylor's dream moment had turned into a public spectacle. The shock was palpable. No one knew what to say. Taylor was left alone on stage, her joy replaced by disbelief. The perfect night had become unforgettable for all the wrong reasons. The world was about to react. Backstage, Taylor was devastated. Moments before, she was on top of the world. Now, she was in tears. Her mom comforted her as she tried to process what had happened. The night meant to celebrate her had turned into a nightmare. She was just 19, forced to handle public humiliation. The pain wasn't just about the award, it was about being made to feel small. Her team and fellow artists rallied around her, furious on her behalf. But Taylor had to pull herself together. She still had to perform. That took incredible strength. The backstage mood shifted from celebration to crisis. For Taylor, it was deeply personal. She had to find the courage to face the world again, minutes after being knocked down. The dream was tainted, but Taylor's resilience was about to shine. She didn't let it break her. Instead, she got ready to perform. The world would soon see her strength. Taylor's response would define her. She chose to rise above. The room's reaction was instant. Shock, boos, and disbelief. Beyoncé looked heartbroken for Taylor. Celebrities backstage were furious. The show's mood soured. On Twitter, the world exploded in support for Taylor. Hashtags trended, and people everywhere called out Kanye's disrespect. It wasn't about who had the better video, it was about decency. Later, Beyoncé won Video of the Year. Instead of celebrating herself, she invited Taylor back on stage. Beyoncé said, "I'd like for Taylor to come out and have her moment." Taylor returned, shy but strong, and finished her speech. Beyoncé's gesture was pure grace, a powerful message of women supporting women. The world saw kindness triumph over drama. Beyoncé didn't have to do it, but she did. It turned an ugly moment into something beautiful. The audience cheered, and Taylor finally got her moment. The night became a lesson in solidarity. Two women showed the world how to lift each other up. Kindness became the night's true headline. The world would remember this act of grace. In the days after, the story dominated headlines. Kanye faced massive backlash. Even President Obama called him out. He canceled his tour and issued a tearful apology on TV. Kanye called Taylor to apologize personally. The damage, though, was done. The incident became a cultural flashpoint. Taylor handled it with grace, accepting the apology and moving forward. The next year, she performed Innocent at the VMAs, addressing the pain and forgiveness. Her maturity shone through. The public watched as Taylor took the high road, focusing on her music. Kanye retreated from the spotlight to reflect. Their relationship would remain complicated, but Taylor's response set her apart. She turned pain into art. The world saw two very different ways to handle pressure. Taylor's resilience inspired millions. The story was far from over. That night changed Taylor Swift's career forever. She became a symbol of resilience, handling humiliation with grace. Fans felt even more connected to her, cheering her comeback. The incident forced her to grow up fast and take control of her story. She fought against the victim label by writing powerful songs and building a massive career. Taylor turned weakness into strength, using her art to have the last word. For Kanye, the moment became a defining controversy. It cemented his reputation for unpredictability, overshadowing his talent. The world learned how a single moment can shape a legacy. Beyoncé's kindness showed the power of lifting others up. The real lesson: respect, kindness, and letting people have their moment. In a competitive world, we can choose to build each other up. Taylor's career wasn't defined by the interruption, but by her response. She rose above, inspiring millions. That's the story worth remembering. Kindness and resilience always win.